Thanks, John. I run the Green Chicago Restaurant Coalition. We're a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving the environment and conserving natural resources by helping the food service industry be more sustainable. We also educate consumers and diners throughout Chicago on where to find sustainable dining options, both caterers and restaurants. And we do that through our Guaranteed Green program. A little bit of history about how I ended up at the Green Chicago Restaurant Coalition. I was managing throughout college at Peace Pizzeria and Brewery in Chicago, and I ended up doing my first back-of-house shift and saw the amount of waste that was going out, as well as the amount of product that was coming in. And I saw that there were a lot of opportunities for improvement. So I kind of brought together the rest of the management staff and the owner, and I said, hey guys, I want to green the operation. And they all kind of laughed at me and said, oh sure, somebody's tried to do that before. And they gave me permission. So what I did was I developed a project called the Greenpeace Project that can be found at peacechicago.com/Greenpeace. And basically what I did is I researched all the different ways that a restaurant could be more sustainable, and I one by one started implementing them. Everything from the way that the waste was handled, to the purchasing that was done, to the food that was in place. I was up to my elbows in garbage for like 2 months doing a waste audit, but I learned a ton about what are all the different areas that you can actually be more sustainable as a food service operator. And so I actually was working with the Green Chicago Restaurant Coalition to find some environmentally preferable resources throughout my process doing the Greenpeace Project. And the person who was in a similar job to mine before me ended up getting ready to leave his job and said he loved his boss and promised that he would replace himself with somebody that he felt could do the job as well, if not better. And so I was brought on to the Green Chicago Restaurant Coalition in 2011 and spent a better part of a year helping them formalize their organization, and since have come to running it. So I guess to talk a little bit more about why the coalition's work is really so important is to speak to the environmental impact of the restaurant industry. So the coalition's work is really important because as the food service industry has a great opportunity to reduce their impact on the environment, they don't necessarily know how to do that. So our organization helps the food service operators with the two things that they have the least of, right? Time and money. So we not only create a database of resources for a food service operator to find an environmentally preferable alternative to everything that they have in place, we also offer some discounts on the goods and services that are environmentally preferable. The work is also so important because we're really helping the food service operator help the consumer. You want better stuff in your body. You want to reduce the impact that you as an individual have on the environment, and we all do. And so I think, you know, as an organization, if we're able to help the people that are providing you with nourishment, then you're really actually contributing to a better world that we live in. American diners, they spend over 50% of their food budget on dining out or on catering. And so as an organization that's dedicated to preserving the environment, when we help the restaurants do better, then we're ultimately helping all of the consumers do better by patronizing those restaurants. Our work is also really important because we help the food service industry tangibly as well. We have a great program that brings interns into the restaurant and other food service operations and actually step by step helps them identify all the areas for improvement. So not only are we helping the food service provider, we're also training this huge group of young people to understand what it is to go into a food service operation and help them be more sustainable.